Kamen Rider Gavv. With BoonOrange, Halloween Special. Shuma and Sakika-mon are getting ready to hand out candy to trick-or-treaters at home prepare for Halloween tomorrow. However, they heard reports of people disappearing inside the haunted house. Sakika suggests checking it out, but Shuma refuses for her own safety, as she tells him that it's just a haunted house. How bad could it be? The two, who are wearing Batman and Batgirl costumes that Sakika came up with for a dynamic duo detective adventure, meet up with Hanto Kirakida, who also heard the same news, and, wearing a costume of Robin by Sakika, head to the house to investigate, which before that Hanto is afraid of ghosts, and keeps his fear away from his friends so they won't know. Before entering, they meet a man holding a lollipop and reveals himself as Jinbaburki, role-playing as the candy detective to investigate the disappearance, as he gives them lollipops before the four enter, using their flashlights to look around the inside and hope they can find the people that disappeared. However, one by one, Sakika and Hanto got separated from Shuma and Jinba, as the two found a piece of a walking leg and a wing on the ground. Jinba states that those respective pieces are from a spider and a bat, as Shuma is confused like how two little creatures would capture people. To find more clues, the two continued their search despite Shuma's worry about his friends, and finding out that his gachitsos are lost for no reason. From another room, Sakika gets captured by a handsome man that made her fall in love as she and the man dance like Cinderella and Prince Charming. Meanwhile, Hanto finds himself in a room full of ghosts that scares him, but doesn't notice that a man is behind him, who says that he will suck Hanto's blood. Back to Shuma and Jinba, the two found a red ribbon string on the floor as a third clue, making Shuma to figure out who's doing this. Suddenly, they get confronted by the stomach family member, Gavv, who planned as to lure his and his siblings' exiled brother to a trap so that they can execute him, before revealing that the two granoots he hired captured and turned the people into human presses until Halloween to die for dark snacks. Shuma swears that he will save them and bring happiness to Halloween that everyone is looking forward to, but couldn't transform after finding out that Gavv had the gachitsos he possesses without noticing. As the two heroes get confronted by the agents, suddenly, the soldiers get attacked by Win Haruya, who steals back the gachitsos from him and gives it to Shuma. Thanking the rock star, Win rocks up the show to bring love and peace to Halloween, before transforming into Kamen Rider Punk Jack monster form to attack them, leading Shuma and Jinba to go find the presses while Gavv leaves for the agents to deal with Punk Jack. Back to Sakika, she was about to get a kiss from her future prince, who tells her about it to close her eyes and secretly reveals his Gavv to turn her into a human press. However, he was stopped by Kivala, who mischievously kissed the man on the cheek much to his irritation, transforming into Granoot Spider. As Sakika sees this and was shocked that she danced with a monster, Kivala tells her that she can defeat the monster by fighting, as Sakika decides to give it a try, transforming into Kamen Rider Kivala and attacks the Granoot. Mysteriously, a detective man named Sokachi Naorumi appears and confuses where he is, before seeing a Granoot as he transforms into Kamen Rider Skull to help Sakika. Meanwhile, the human transforms into Granoot Bat to fly towards and suck Hanto's blood, but was stopped by Kivat III, marking the appearance of Wataru Kurenai, as he helps Hanto and won't forgive the Granoot for capturing the people before Halloween, transforming into Kamen Rider Kiva much to Hanto's surprise that he isn't the only Kamen Rider in this world, as he too transforms into Kamen Rider Valen. However, his Valenbuster and Chalkadon Gachitsu were stolen before the kidnap. Just then, he gets scared by a white small ghost named Yurusen, making Hanto mad to not do that. Yurusen wishes that Takeru Tenkuji would come here to join the fight too, when suddenly an Orparka ghost appears and possesses Yurusen, transforming into Kamen Rider Ghost, much to their amazement, and joins the fight. While Hanto's surprised to see, despite being scared of that ghost, Shuma and Jinba find a door that has the human presses inside, as Jinba breaks the door with his boom change axe and enters the room, gathering the human presses to be free from Jinba's weapon. The two then take the people outside to safety, after Shuma finds the Valenbuster and Chalkadon Gachitsu that were also in the room. Kamen Riders Kiva, Ghost, Kivala, and Skull took down Granoot Bat and Spider, sending them outside of the haunted house. Shuma happily reunites with Hanto, but the two worry about Sakika, as Kivala reveals herself that she is Sakika, much to her friends' astonishment that she is a Kamen Rider, and tells them to get to safety. After Shuma gives Hanto Valen's things and tells him to give them to the hero, the two leave the area separately, before transforming into Kamen Riders Gavv and Valen respectively, and with the 5 riders attack the 2 Granuts and agents in an epic Halloween Eve battle. Junba, who says that the mystery is solved, transforms into BoonOrange of the BoonOranges to aid the 7 riders. Much to Gavv and his friend's shock, watching from behind the haunted house is Kamen Rider Zane, before he leaves, revealing shred pieces of the Kamen Rider's Ghost and Skull Zane cards that he used to summon the Parka Ghost and the detective for a reason. During the battle, the 2 Granuts start to do something unexpected, fuse themselves to form as the Granute Spider Bat, a much powerful Granute that can take out the riders by the powers of a spider and bat. None of Gavv's Gachitsos were of any effect against him, resulting in many Gachitso deaths, as he unexpectedly received the Gotchard and Jeets Gachitso that landed on his head. By transforming into his Gotchard and Jeets forms one at a time, he weakens Granute's Spider Bat, before the 7 riders in BoonOrange perform their finishers. After Gavv and Valen leave, the 6th transformed, as Sokachi magically disappears, who says that he needs to take care of Shotaro back in Fudo. Shuma and Hando arrive to reunite with Sakika to see her okay. Genba receives a call from Bundorio via his Boom Boom booster to return to base for an important surprise that Taya has received, as the Orange Ranger gives the riders, Yursen, and 2 Kavats a lollipop before heading off. Now that the mystery is solved, the next day, Hupapair is hosting a Halloween party, as Shuma, Hanto, and Sakika are in their Spider-Man, Miles Morales Spider-Man, and Spider-Woman costumes respectively, and were given thanks for investigating the haunted house. During the party, Shuma eats a lot of candy that was for the trick-or-treaters who visit, explaining he couldn't help it but eat sweets. Watching from the outside, a young gentleman in silhouette watches the Halloween party and says that Shuma is gorgeous enough to help a Kamen Rider from the real world. Alongside Shuma are the other 2 that he sent the 2 Legend Rider Gachitsos for a reason.